Taylor Swift cries bitterly after Travis orders $10 million ring for Christmas engagement. The holiday season had always been magical for Taylor Swift, but this year felt different. For weeks, whispers about a possible engagement between her and NFL superstar Travis Kelce had dominated the headlines. Fans speculated about when he might pop the question, and even her closest friends had been dropping hints. But behind the glamorous smiles and festive Instagram posts, Taylor was wrestling with a whirlwind of emotions. The discovery. It all began when Taylor's assistant, Clara, rushed into her dressing room during a rehearsal for her upcoming Christmas special. "Taylor, you're not going to believe this," Clara gasped, clutching her phone. "What happened?" Taylor asked, concerned. Clara handed her the phone, showing an article from a tabloid. The headline read, Travis Kelce drops $10 million on custom engagement ring for Taylor Swift. Proposal set for Christmas. Taylor's heart skipped a beat. What is this?" she stammered. Clara hesitated. "The jeweler leaked it. Apparently, Travis ordered a massive diamond ring, custom made with symbols representing your relationship, music notes, a football, and even a hidden 13 carved into the band." At first, Taylor smiled. Travis was thoughtful, and this sounded exactly like something he'd do. But then, the weight of it hit her. Overwhelmed by doubt. That evening, Taylor sat alone in her Nashville home, staring at the twinkling Christmas lights. She loved Travis deeply, but the idea of a $10 million ring gnawed at her. It wasn't about the money, she had plenty of her own, but the magnitude of the gesture felt overwhelming. Her thoughts spiraled. Was she ready for this level of commitment? Did their whirlwind romance have the foundation to last forever? The pressure from the media, their families, and millions of fans only made her doubt more. Adding to her unease, Taylor recalled a recent conversation with Travis about her past relationships. "I just want us to be real," she'd said. "No over-the-top gestures, just us against the world." Had he forgotten? The breaking point. The night before Christmas Eve, Taylor found herself alone in her studio. She picked up her guitar and began strumming, hoping to find solace in music. Instead, tears started streaming down her face. "It's too much," she whispered to herself. "I just wanted love, not this spectacle." Her phone buzzed. It was Travis. "Hey, babe," his voice boomed with excitement. "I've got a little surprise for you tomorrow. Get ready for the best Christmas ever." Taylor choked back a sob. "Travis, can we talk?" "Of course," he said, his tone softening. "Is everything okay?" "I don't know if I can do this," she admitted, her voice trembling. "I love you, but the ring, the proposal, the pressure, it's all too much." There was a long pause. "Taylor, I had no idea you felt this way," Travis said, his voice filled with concern. A Christmas miracle. On Christmas morning, Travis arrived at Taylor's door, holding a small, unassuming box. "I called off the big plan," he said, handing her the box. "Open it." Inside was a simple gold ring, engraved with the words, "Just us." Taylor's tears flowed freely, but this time, they were tears of joy. "This is perfect," she said, wrapping her arms around him. "No cameras, no headlines," Travis whispered. "Just us, Taylor. Forever." And in that quiet, snowy moment, Taylor realized she had found exactly what she'd been searching for all along. A love that was real. Title: The Christmas Ring. Taylor's heartbreaking cry, As Christmas approached, the world was abuzz with whispers about Travis Kelce's grand plans for the holiday season. He had been dating Taylor Swift for nearly a year, and their romance had captured the hearts of millions. Their relationship seemed like a fairy tale, but Travis had something truly grand in mind for this Christmas: an engagement. The night before Christmas Eve, Travis led Taylor through a snow-covered park in Kansas City, where the air was crisp, and the world felt like a magical winter wonderland. The twinkling lights on the trees sparkled in the distance, and the soft hum of Christmas carols played in the background. "I have something to show you," Travis said, his voice low but filled with excitement. Taylor smiled, her heart fluttering. She thought it was a simple Christmas surprise, perhaps a new piece of jewelry or a heartfelt letter. But what she didn't expect was the massive, extravagant ring box that Travis pulled out of his coat pocket. "I've been thinking about us a lot lately," Travis continued. "You know how much you mean to me. This ring is more than just a symbol of love. It's everything I want for us, forever." Taylor's eyes widened as Travis opened the box. Inside lay a massive diamond ring, its brilliance blinding under the glow of the streetlights. The ring was more than just beautiful, It was worth a staggering $10 million. Taylor stared at it, her mouth going dry. The weight of the moment hit her like a ton of bricks. The idea of a lifetime commitment was overwhelming, but it wasn't the size of the ring that unsettled her. It was the thought that Travis might have misjudged her expectations. The opulence, the magnitude of it all, seemed so out of sync with the simplicity and authenticity she had always valued in their relationship. She looked up at him, her heart racing. "Travis, I don't know if I can accept this. It's so much, too much." Travis, sensing her hesitation, grew defensive. "It's not too much for me to give you, Taylor. I want you to have everything. I thought you'd love it." Taylor's eyes began to well up, the weight of the decision, the diamond, and her feelings overwhelming her all at once. The glittering ring felt like a symbol of something she couldn't grasp, something she wasn't ready for. The idea of being bound by such a large, expensive gesture made her feel trapped in a world of expectations she didn't want to be part of. "I love you, Travis," she choked out, tears beginning to fall. "But I need something more real, more us. This ring feels like it's from a fairy tale, and I'm not sure it's our story." Her sobs grew louder, echoing in the quiet night. Travis stood frozen, shocked by the tears that streamed down her face. He had never imagined that his grand gesture would push her away. "Taylor, I'm sorry," he said softly, reaching out to hold her. "I just wanted to make this special for you." But Taylor pulled back, her heart breaking. "I don't want you to prove your love with something like this. I want you, not a $10 million ring, not the world's expectations, just us, just you and me." For a long moment, the world seemed to stand still. The soft snowflakes continued to fall, but Taylor's world felt like it had shattered into a million pieces, just like the ring she had never asked for. Travis wiped away his own tears, realizing the truth. The love they shared was not built on material things, but on trust, understanding, and moments like these. He took the ring and carefully closed the box, tucking it back into his coat pocket. "I'm sorry," he whispered, his voice full of regret. "I went too far. I'll find another way to show you how much you mean to me, one that's just about us." Taylor nodded, her sobs slowing down as she felt his arms wrap around her, holding her close. This wasn't the Christmas either of them had planned, but in that moment, they both knew that the real gift was their love, one that didn't need diamonds to prove its worth. Title: A Christmas Heartbreak. Taylor's Bitter Tears, *. It was Christmas Eve, and the soft glow of the holiday lights flickered outside Taylor Swift's grand New York City apartment. Snowflakes swirled in the air, settling on the streets like a pristine blanket of white. Inside, the warmth of the fire crackled, as Taylor sat by the window, staring out into the cold winter night. The world around her seemed perfect, the sparkling Christmas tree, the scent of pine filling the air, and the cozy atmosphere of the season. Yet, her heart felt anything but peaceful. Travis Kelce, her boyfriend of just over a year, had been acting distant over the past few days. His charm, his playful nature, and his ever-present smile had been replaced with an intense focus on something else. The two of them had been inseparable in the past months, their love blossoming despite the glare of public attention. But now, Taylor felt like she was losing him, losing their connection. She had always dreamed of a grand engagement, perhaps on a beach at sunset or under the stars, surrounded by close friends and family. But what Travis had planned was entirely different. That evening, Travis returned to the apartment, his face a mixture of excitement and nervousness. He walked over to Taylor, who was still gazing out the window. "Hey, I have something to show you," he said, his voice carrying a slight tremor of anticipation. Taylor turned to face him, offering a smile, though it felt strained. "What's going on, Trav?" Travis reached into his jacket pocket and pulled out a velvet box. As he opened it, Taylor's eyes widened at the sight of the massive diamond ring inside, a flawless, almost otherworldly piece that sparkled with an intensity that could rival the stars. "This is the ring," Travis said, his voice full of pride. "I know it's big, but I wanted it to be perfect. I'm ready for us to take the next step." Taylor's breath caught in her throat. The ring was beautiful, but it wasn't what she had imagined. The sheer size and extravagance felt out of place for her, a girl who had always valued simplicity and sincerity over grandeur. And that's when the realization hit her: the ring, this gesture, wasn't about her at all. It was about Travis's need to show the world how much he could give her. To prove something, maybe to himself, maybe to his fans. Her mind raced with emotions. She had been so sure about their love, so convinced that they understood each other. But now, staring at this diamond, she couldn't help but feel overwhelmed by the pressure that came with it. The expectations, the public scrutiny, and the feeling that Travis, despite his love for her, didn't fully understand the depth of her desires. She didn't want an extravagant show of wealth, not in front of cameras, not as part of some grand spectacle. Her heart pounded in her chest as tears welled up in her eyes. She tried to blink them away, but it was no use. "Taylor?" Travis asked, his voice softening as he saw her eyes fill with tears. "What's wrong?" She turned away, unable to hold it in any longer. The tears began to fall freely, her sobs echoing through the room. "I don't want this. I never asked for something like this, Trav. I wanted something real, not a statement, not a price tag," she cried bitterly. Travis's face dropped, the weight of her words hitting him like a ton of bricks. "I just wanted to give you everything," he whispered, his voice cracking. "I know you did, but I don't want everything. I want you. I want us. I want to feel like we're enough without all the stuff. I want to feel like you see me for who I am, not who the world wants us to be," Taylor said, her voice trembling with emotion. Travis stood there, frozen. He had never seen her like this before. He had always been sure that grand gestures were the way to show love, but he now understood that what Taylor truly needed was something far simpler, something from the heart. He slowly closed the box, his own eyes welling up with tears. He knelt down beside her, gently taking her hand. "I'm sorry, Tay. I never wanted to hurt you. I thought this would be everything you ever dreamed of. But I was wrong." Taylor, still sobbing, let him pull her into an embrace. "I love you, Travis," she whispered through her tears. "But I need you to understand me. And I need us to be true to who we are, not to anyone else."